Good afternoon. So today we are discussing the topic. So the introduction to power system operation and control. So first, so today we are discussing the topics input output characteristics, incremental fuel cost and production cost curve and heat rate curve, cost curve and heat rate curve, incremental efficiency, and optimal operation of generators in thermal power stations. So these heat rate curve, cost curve, incremental fuel cost and production cost, input output characteristics, incremental efficiency. These all are short questions. So in this unit, definitely short question. Define heat rate curve or cost curve, input output characteristics, define incremental fuel cost and production cost or incremental efficiency. Okay, so unit low important short questions only these five. Okay, first, what is input output characteristics? So this is the characteristics of input output. So in the power generating, so in the thermal station తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి thermal, so the fuel is input and the output is power generation. So units of fuel is kilocalorie per hour into 10 to the power of 6 and output is megawatt. Okay, so this is the power generation minimum and minimum and out maximum limits. So this is the power generation in minimum, this is the power generation maximum. Okay, so the steam turbine generating unit curve, the steam turbine generating unit curve consists of minimum and maximum limits in operation. Okay, so the steam turbine generating unit curve, this is the minimum limit, this is the maximum limit in operation, which depend upon the steam cycle used, thermal characteristics of material, the operating temperature, etc. Okay, so this is the input output characteristic in the power generation. Okay, so you are taking the input is fuel, it is the units kilocalorie per hour into 10 to the power of 6. This is the output power in the megawatt. Okay, so this is the minimum generation, this is the maximum generation. This curve is input output characteristic. Okay, all of you clear? So this is input output characteristics. Next, define cost curve. So cost curve means to convert input output curves into cost curves. Okay, so input output characteristics is converted into cost curve. The fuel input power hour is multiplied with the cost of the fuel. Okay, so expressed in rupees per million kilocalorie. Okay na? So the input of the fuel is kilocalorie into 10 to the power of 6 by hour is multiplied with rupees per million kilocalorie. So all of you clear ma? So ఏమంటున్నాడు, to convert the input output curves into cost curve, the fuel input power hour is multiplied with the cost of the fuel. Already మనం input output characteristics చూసాం. ఏంటి input output characteristics? Input is fuel kilocalorie per hour into 10 to the power of 6. Kilocalorie per hour into 10 to the power of 6. This is the input. Output is power generation. It is megawatt. So ఏమంటున్నాడు? The cost curve to convert the input output curves into cost curves, the fuel input per hour is multiplied with the cost of the fuel. What is the cost of the fuel? Rupees per million kilocalorie. So rupees per million kilocalorie is multiplied with fuel input. What is fuel input? Kilocalorie into 10 to the power of 6 by hour is multiplied rupees per million kilocalorie. So 10 to the power of 6 means million. Million kilocalorie by hour into rupees per million kilocalorie. This is the definition of cost curve. It's very simple. Okay. Next, define incremental fuel cost. So this is very important short question. Okay. So what is incremental fuel cost? Incremental fuel cost is defined as the ratio of small changes in the input to the small changes in the output. Incremental fuel cost means the ratio of small change in the input to the small change in the output. Delta input by delta output. What is the input in thermal station? Fuel. Delta F by delta power generation. Delta F by delta power generation. Output is power generation. Input is fuel. Delta F by delta PZ. So this delta is represents small changes as the delta quantities becomes progressively smaller. So this is the fuel cost, incremental fuel cost. So this is the cost of the fuel input. This is the cost of the fuel. This is the output in megawatt. So this is the input output characteristics. So already discussed first topic, input output characteristics. So this is the cost of the fuel input. This is output in megawatt. So this is the characteristics, small change in the characteristics. This is the minimum limits. This is the maximum limit. Okay. So what is the definition of incremental fuel cost? The ratio of small change in the input to the small change in the output. What is the small change in the input? Delta F. What is the small change in the output? Delta PZ. So the small change in the input, delta F. Small change in the output, delta PZ. Power generation. So delta F by delta PZ. This is the incremental fuel cost curve. Okay. So all of you clear in this incremental fuel cost? So this is input, this is output, power generation limits, this is minimum limits, this is maximum limit. So this is the curve, input output characteristics curve. Okay. So the defined incremental fuel cost. So the incremental fuel cost means small changes in the input to the small changes in the output. Okay. Next, define heat rate curve. So this is also very important, all of you. So heat rate curve means, so this is heat rate curve. This is heat rate curve. The heat rate characteristic obtained from the plot of the net heat rate. So this is important. Net heat rate in British thermal unit. So British thermal unit by kilowatt hour. The units in the heat rate British thermal unit by kilowatt hour or kilocalorie per kilowatt hour versus the power output is megawatt. So power output is same, megawatts or kilowatts. Okay, so the change in the only heat rate, what is the heat rate? Net heat rate in British thermal unit BTU by kilowatt hour. Okay, so the thermal unit is most efficient at a minimum heat rate which correspond to particular generation. Okay, so the thermal unit is most efficient at a minimum heat rate which correspond to particular generation, power generation PC. The curve indicates an increase in heat rate at low and high power limits. So this is the curve indicates an increase in heat rate at low and high power limits. This is the low and high power limits. So clear? Next, incremental efficiency. Incremental efficiency. So what is incremental efficiency? So the incremental efficiency means the reciprocal of the incremental fuel rate, which is defined as the ratio of output energy to input energy. ఏమా? సో మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఎఫిషియన్సీ అంటే ఏంటో చూసాం. వాట్ ఈస్ మెంట్ బై ఎఫిషియన్సీ? అవుట్పుట్ బై ఇన్పుట్ ఇంటూ 100. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడేం అడుగుతున్నాడు మనల్ని? ఇంక్రిమెంటల్ ఎఫిషియన్సీ. సో ద ఇంక్రిమెంటల్ ఎఫిషియన్సీ మీన్స్ the incremental fuel rate or heat rate which is defined as the ratio of output energy to input energy gives a measure of fuel efficiency for the input. Okay, that is incremental efficiency is equal to output by input. What is output? Change in power generation delta Pg. Input is delta F. Fuel is input. Fuel is input. The incremental efficiency output by input. Delta Pg by delta F. So this is incremental efficiency. Okay. So this is the short question. So I repeat, explain. 1-2 minutes. First one, define input-output characteristics. The steam turbine generating unit curve consists of minimum and maximum limits in operation. Okay na? So steam turbine generating unit curve consists of minimum limits. So this is the power generation in minimum. This is the power generation in maximum. This is the minimum limits to operating and maximum limit. Okay, this is fuel input. What are the units? Kilocalorie per hour into 10 to the power of 6. Output units megawatt. This is input output characteristics. Next, cost curve means to convert the input output characteristics into cost curves. మనం ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిని మనం కాస్ట్ కర్వ్ లోకి కన్వర్ట్ చేయాలంటే ఫ్యూయల్ ఇన్పుట్ పర్ అవర్ ఈజ్ మల్టిప్లైడ్ విత్ కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్యూయల్. ఓకే, సో కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్యూయల్ ఇంటూ ఫ్యూయల్ ఇన్పుట్ పర్ అవర్. ఓకే, సో it is cost of the fuel formula is, units is rupees per million kilocalorie. Okay, so kilocalorie fuel input units, kilocalorie into 10 to the power of 6 by hour into rupees per million kilocalorie. That is equal to 10 to the power of 6 means million kilocalorie per hour into rupees per million kilocalorie. That's okay. So million kilocalories is cancelled. What else? Rupees per hour. This is the cost curve. Next, define incremental fuel cost. So the incremental fuel cost is defined as the ratio of small changes in the input to the corresponding small changes in the output. What is the input? Fuel. What is the output? Power generation. Small changes in the fuel by small changes in the power generation. Delta represents small changes. This is the incremental fuel cost curve. This is the input. This is the output. Cost of fuel input rupees per hour. Units of output is mega. This is the power generation of minimum limits to maximum limits. This is power in the small change. So ikkada chudandi, small change is the fuel. So ikkada ee arrow marks chudandi. So this is the limits. మినిమం టు మాక్సిమం లిమిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. వీటి మధ్యలో ఇక్కడ ఈ కర్వ్ దగ్గర స్మాల్ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ ఫ్యూయల్, స్మాల్ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ పవర్ జనరేషన్ డెల్టా పీజీ, స్మాల్ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ డెల్టా ఎఫ్. ఓకే, సో డెల్టా ఎఫ్ బై డెల్టా పీజీ. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఇంక్రిమెంటల్ ఫ్యూయల్ కాస్ట్ క్యారెక్టర్. Next one, heat rate curve. So this is the heat rate curve. Heat rate characteristics obtained from the plot of the net heat rate in British thermal unit. Okay, so these units is minimum heat rate. So the curve indicates increase in heat rate at low and high power limits. So low nunchi high ki heat rate అనేది low నుంచి high power కి increase అవుతుంది. This is heat rate. Efficiency. Efficiency means output by input. What is output? Change in power generation delta Pg by input delta F. That's enough. Okay, so this is last topic. Very, very important essay. Optimization problem. Mathematical formulation neglecting the transmission losses. Okay, so ఏదైనా ఒక యూనిట్ యొక్క పవర్ జనరేషన్ ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ ఎలా చేస్తామో మనం ఒక్కసారి చూడాలి. నెగ్లెక్టింగ్ ద ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లాసెస్ ఆల్రెడీ నేను చెప్పాను. నెగ్లెక్టింగ్ ద ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లాసెస్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, you are generating the power 800 megawatts. Okay, so that's the 800 megawatts is going through the transmission losses. Definitely 3 or 4 megawatts is transmission losses are there. Okay, so 3 megawatts or 4 megawatts anedi transmission losses avutadi. Okay, so our transmission losses ni neglect chesi ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం ఎలా చేస్తామో ఒకసారి చెప్పమంటున్నాడు. ఓకే, సో an optimization problem consists of two. First one is objective function, second one is constraint equation. Objective function and constraint equation. So objective function means the objective function is to minimize the overall cost of production of power generation. Okay, so overall cost of production of power generation is minimizing purpose using objective function. Cost in thermal and nuclear stations is nothing but the cost of fuel. So thermal power generation, so mainly cost anta enti fuel. Okay, coal, thermal. small n be the number of units in the system, and C, the cost of power generation of unit I. So the total cost C is total cost in the power generation, C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus and so on Cn. ఎన్ని పవర్ జనరేషన్స్ అయితే చేస్తామో దాని యొక్క అన్ని కాస్ట్ C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on Cn. The cost of generation of each unit in thermal power plants is mainly a fuel cost. సో అంతేనమ్మా, ఫ్యూయల్ కాస్టే మొత్తం జనరేషన్ కి ఎక్కువ ఖర్చు అయ్యేది మనకి ఫ్యూయల్ కాస్ట్. ద జనరేషన్ కాస్ట్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ రియల్ పవర్ జనరేటెడ్, సిన్స్ ద రియల్ పవర్ జనరేషన్ ఈస్ increased by increasing the fuel input. Okay, so the amount of real power generated, the real power generation is increased by increasing the fuel input. Okay, so the generation of reactive power has negligible influence of the cost of generation, since it is controlled by field current. Okay na? So you are taking the total cost C is equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n CI PGI. ఏమా? సో ఇక్కడ సి అంటే ఏంటి? కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ జనరేషన్. పిజి అంటే ఏంటి? జనరేటింగ్ పవర్. ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ జనరేటింగ్ పవర్ PG1, దాని యొక్క కాస్ట్ C1 PG1 ప్లస్ సెకండ్ యొక్క పవర్ జనరేషన్, సెకండ్ యూనిట్ యొక్క పవర్ జనరేషన్ కాస్ట్ C2 పవర్ జనరేషన్ PG2, థర్డ్ యూనిట్ C3 into PG3, C4 into PG4, C5 into PG5, and so on, Cn into Pgn. N is the number of the power generation unit. Okay, this objective function consists of the summation of the terms in which each term is a function of separate independent variables. Okay namma, ee objective function summation of the terms, ప్రతి ఒక్క టర్మ్ ని సమ్మేషన్ చేయడానికి కోసం మనం ఈ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్ ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఈస్ దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఏ సెపరబుల్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్. దిస్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. So the defined separable objective function. So the separable objective function means the objective function consists of the summation of the terms in which each term is a function of separate independent variables. Okay, ఏ ఫంక్షన్ కి అయితే separate independent variables ఉంటాయో దాన్ని separable objective function అంటాం. Okay, so the object optimization problem is to allocate the total load demand PD. So power demand is PD. So second one, first one is objective function. So manam discuss chesam objective function ide. Okay, so objective function enduku use chestam, dani yokka పవర్ జనరేషన్ ని ఓవరాల్ కాస్ట్ ని మినిమైజ్ చేయడం కోసం మనం ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో ద థర్మల్ పవర్ స్టేషన్ లో మెయిన్లీ కాస్ట్ ఎక్కువ ఏమైతుంది? ఫ్యూయల్ కాస్ట్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో ఆ ఫ్యూయల్ కాస్ట్ ని సపరేట్ గా ఓకే ఈచ్ యూనిట్ కి చేసి సమ్మేషన్ చేసి ఇండిపెండెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ ప్రతి ఒక్క ఈచ్ టర్మ్ ని సపరేట్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయడానికి మనం సెపరబుల్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్ ని కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకేనా? సెకండ్ వన్ కన్స్ట్రైంట్ ఈక్వేషన్. సో కన్స్ట్రైంట్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఈస్ టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ constraints. the economic power system operation needs to satisfy the following types of constraints. So the constraint equation, two types. First one is equality constraints. Second one is inequality constraints. Okay, equality and inequality constraints. So the equality constraints means the sum of real power generation of all the various units must always be equal to the total real power demand on the system. Okay, so ఎన్ని పవర్ రియల్ పవర్ జనరేషన్స్ మనం ఎన్ని అయితే చేస్తామో సో the sum of real power generation of all the various units must be equal to power demand. Power demand. So the power demand PD equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n. So ikkada chudandi amma, sigma I equal to 1 to n Ci into PGI. సో ఎన్ని పవర్ జనరేషన్స్ అయితే ఉన్నాయో అన్ని పవర్ జనరేషన్స్ ఈక్వల్ అవ్వాలి. దేనికి ఈక్వల్ అవ్వాలి? పవర్ డిమాండ్ కి ఈక్వల్ అవ్వాలి అంటున్నాడు. సో దాన్ని మనం ఈక్వాలిటీ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ అంటాం. నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ వన్ ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్. Inequality constraints are considered in an economic power system operation due to the physical and operational limitations of the units and components. ఏమంటున్నాడమ్మా? ఎకనామిక్ పవర్ సిస్టమ్ ఆపరేషన్ physical and operational limitations of the units and components the constraints lo తీసుకుంటాం. The inequality constraints in the nature according to the nature, so these are classified 6 or 7 constraints. Inequality constraints అనేది according to the nature classified into 6 or 7 types. Okay, so today we are discussing only two constraints. First one is hard type constraints. Second one is soft type constraints. Okay, so hard type constraints means these constraints are definite and specific in nature. No flexibility will take place in violating these type of constraints. Example, on load tap changing transformer. So already manam on load tap changing, without tap changing transformers manam already chusam. Okay na? So our constraints hard type constraints kindaku vastayi. Okay, so flexibility will take place in violating these type of constraints. Example, the range of tapping of an on-load tap changing transformers. Okay, next, soft type constraints. So soft type constraints means these constraints have some flexibility with them in violating. Okay, so what are the examples? Soft type emunnai manaki magnitude voltage, magnitudes, phase angles, ఇవన్నీ సాఫ్ట్ టైప్ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ కిందకి వస్తాయి. ఓకేనా? సో అకార్డింగ్ టు ద నేచర్ ద కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ ఆర్ 2 types. We are discussing only today, hard type and soft type. Hard type means range of tapping of an on-load tap changing transformers. Soft type constraints means the magnitudes of the node voltages and the phase angle between them. Some penalties are introduced for the violating. Okay, so this is the optimization techniques